Missing quite well. So tap, passes back to Aaron. Aaron's still giving his deck a good shuffle. Plays that island. Gonna love the mismatching basics.
Oh, that is gonna annoy me.
Aaron untaps upside down. Oh, sorry, he fixed it up. Let's see if he can land a Liliana this turn.
So out comes that swamp. Oh, and he'll pass the turn.
Just gonna pass the turn. Let's have a quick look at his removal suite. He has a Ruinous Path.
He has a Singleton Murder.
He has 2 Dark Petition to go get those.
And 2 Languish.
Aaron's cracking his Vessel of Nascency. Let's see if Fall of the Titans.
Looks like it, yeah. So 3 will go into the bin there. Get him one step closer to getting Delirium.
There it is. Oh, I'm so excited. Rhyan just plays it out. Naked Triskadekaphobia. Oh, this is what I wanted to see. Aaron's got a nice mana base now. He's got all 3 colours. Let's see what he can set up for his turn 4. Probably looking for a Pilgrim's Eye.
He plays out a 3rd forest there. He'll tap those down and play out a... What is that?
It's a Pilgrim's Eye.
That's Pilgrim's Eye, yeah.
He's playing an extra land.
Did he play an extra land?
I think he did.
Well, did we miss a turn passing there?
Don't think we did. We're just going to go stop the game.
Yeah, we'll get someone down there straight away and see what we can do there. We want to make sure that this is all being played properly and everything's above board, so we're just going to stop this game for a moment and see what we can do there. So we'll bring a judge over and the judge will do their usual count if there is any sort of problem. The players are just having a quick chat to the judge now. So yeah, let's count up the graveyard. The vessel is going to throw off counts. It's going to be quite annoying. So we're getting a judge over there now. I just heard the call happen. We have that Tree of Nascency Triskadekaphobia combo, which is going to be really interesting. So long as the game continues, I think. So we have a few cards in the graveyard there that's been counted up. The judge is trying to work out what turn we're at. So our judge is still trying to work out what's going on there. So what we'll do is, while we're waiting for this, we'll have a quick chat about some of the competitions that we've got running at the moment. As you can see, this is our Brewers Challenge. Ben mentioned earlier that we've selected one card from each colour and a colourless card. And players were expected to build a deck around some number of those cards. Most have chosen one. You can see here Ryan's gone with the Triskadekaphobia in black, and so he's building towards Triskadekaphobia and Trio Perdition as his combo alternate win. So there are 3 Brewers here today out of our 20 players, and the deck that has the best result by the end of the day is going to be awarded $100, and that's on top of all the awards that all the payout that we have today. Close to $1,000 going to top 8, as well as boosters for every player, for every win they get, and booster support down to 32, which means that since we only have 20 players today, every player is going to receive some form of reward. And it looks like we're back into play, and the judge has sorted out that problem.
Yeah, I'm back. I was having a chat with the judge. We got it all sorted. It was so the mishap was that Aaron accidentally put the land he got with Vassal Nascency into play instead of into his hand. And there was just a bit of a confusion there. Judge couldn't rewind that far, so both players received a warning. We'll continue play from now.
So that land will remain in play.
Yeah, no ill intent, just a small mistake. Both players are relatively new to the competitive scene, so they promise to play a little bit tighter after this. So pointing out that Triskadekaphobia trigger. Trio Perdition's gonna tap.
Change that life to 13.
Plays his lane for turn.
And Aaron will have 1 turn to lose or gain some amount of life.
Stacey comes down, no exploit, not gonna go find a card.
Pass that over. One tap and draw.
So Aaron's either got to gain a life or lose a life. Otherwise he's going to lose in that upkeep to the Triskadekaphobia trigger.
So he plays out a
island from hand.
An island there.
Another foil one. You'll love those mismatching basics. Now I got a quick look at his hand before. He had an Elder Deep Fiend. That's not going to do too much. Ishkan's going to come down. He has Delirium, I believe. No, he doesn't, because he took the land. So enchantment, instant, sorcery. So untap. Triskaphobia is going to trigger. And yeah, and the game 1 handshake. Alright, let's move it on to the sideboards.
So we've got Ryan here on the Triskadekaphobia Trio Perdition deck that you just saw take out game 1. His sideboard is 1 Ob Nixilis Reignited, 2 Kalitas, Trader of Get, 2 Duress, 1 Virulent Plague, 2 Languish, 1 Read the Bones, 1 Clip Wings, 1 Transgress the Mind, 1 Flaying Tendrils, and 3 Infinite Obliteration.
I definitely see bringing in those infinite obliterations. I mean, great against the creature deck. Also,
the Languish would be really good.
Yeah, it could be. It clears up a lot of his small creatures, but the Transgress the Mind is definitely coming in.
Definitely.
Everything in the deck, basically. Now looking at Aaron's sideboard, he's got 2 Narwhal Dryads, 2 Noose Constrictor, 1 more Pilgrim's Eye, 2 Vexing Scuttler, 2 Lashweed Lurkers, 4 Negate, 1 Coax from the Blind Eternities, and 1 Imprisoned in the Moon. Not too sure what he's going to bring in. Probably the 4 Negates. That's going to stop, the Triskadekaphobia stuff.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple of cards that we don't really see much in Constructed.
Players are pretty keen to get going, so we're going to switch back over to them. And they're ready to go for the next game.
Count out their opening hands. So Aaron plays 3 Contingency Plan in the main board. How does that tie in with the rest of his deck there?
So I think he's using it for Delirium to set up his Ishkana. Also using it as a card filtering spell. So he goes Forest into Vessel, which is a good start. Rhyan starts off with a Foul Orchard.
Pass the turn back over. We'll have a
Shrine of the Forsaken Gods.
So looking to ramp up as quick as possible and try and get some of those bigger Eldrazi out, like his old Deep Friend or his Emrakul. So 4 cards there.
And that's a contingency plan we mentioned. 2 islands and an Emrakul.
Very interesting choice for him. He's going to take the land by the looks of things. Yep. The Emrakul, the island, and the contingency plan will go to the graveyard. And he'll pass the turn over. Rhino play out of Evolving Wilds.
He's going to tap in second. Go get himself a swamp, probably.
Was that the Obnixilis land?
Yeah, I did see one.
So well, that means he bought that in from the sideboard, or did he has 1 main?
He has 1 main.
1 main, okay.
We've just seen a card on Ryan's deck list, Soul Separator. We did not expect to see this one.
So Soul Separator is a 3-drop artifact from Eldritch Moon. It says, pay 5, tap it, sacrifice Soul Separator, exile target creature card from your graveyard, put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of that card, except that it's a 1/1, it's a spirit in addition to its other types, and it has flying. Put a black zombie creature token onto the battlefield with power and toughness equal to that exiled card's power and toughness.
Bit of an odd one, but it is a way to get back Tree Petition, which will come back as a 1/1, so he can tap it and make his opponent's life total become 1.
And then he'll get a 0/13
token. The main point,
black zombie token,
his
but
opponent
yeah,
will be at 1.
It's a great way to just bring back that combo when he needs it. Interesting way to do it.
Yeah. It's a spicy tech for the Triskadekaphobia deck. But going back to the game, Ryan has landed turn 3 Liliana. Just going to put him pretty far ahead. Yeah, Aaron's cracked another Vessel. Let's see what he can find this time. He's already played the island for turn. So Primal Druid, traverse the Urban Wilds. There's a Decimator of Provinces and a Forest. Just looking at his graveyard, he does have Delirium.
So he'll take that, oh, what did he take?
I didn't quite see. I think it was definitely wasn't the decimator. I think it might have been the forest.
No, I think the land. No, the forest went in.
So he took the traversal mod. Yeah, he can't take that. Yeah, so he's just fixed that up. It's meant to pick up the primal druid. Accidentally picked up the traverse.
A little confused there. I wasn't quite sure what that card was because it's. Okay, so that's been fixed.
Right, with this fourth land, are we going to see Triskadekaphobia once again? That goes with the True Perdition this time.
That Liliana will tick up.
She's up to 5 counters now.
I think I'll pass the turn over. So Aaron will draw.
Here's 2 mana. This is a primal druid. It's the one he got off the vessel.
So let him go search for a basic land, yes?
Once it dies.
Once it dies.
Yes, works well with emerge creatures. I feel like he's definitely got some in hand. Possibly Wretched Griff. Now Ryan's looking for... He's got several 5 drops that can just help him out here. So he's got Sidisi, which can go find him his combo. He also has Obnixilis, which can draw him some cards. He's tapping 5. It's going to be Sidisi. He might just leave it in play though. He's a 4/6 Death Touch.
Yep, so he leaves that in play rather than going with the exploit trigger. And then he targets the druid with Liliana's +1. She's now on 6.
And this is Pilgrimage. That's exactly what Aaron needed here. He's going to get some lands. He has Spell Mastery. Yeah, play's just confirming that he has Spell Mastery. He'd have the Traverse and the Contingency Plan. So it's going to get him a forest into play tapped, and then some forests into his hand. He hasn't played his land yet for turn, so probably going to see one of those forests come in to play untapped. There's the tapped one. There's the one to hand. And there's the other one.
Those mismatched forests.
I'm only tilting a tiny bit. And forgets to play his land for turn. Unfortunate for him. As we said before, these players are still learning the game a bit. We wanted to give them some time to shine.
May not be aware that when a land enters off a trigger like that, they can still play their land for turn.
Yep.
There's a Grasp of Darkness, yes?
Grasp of Darkness on the Primal Druid, just so it can push in some damage. It's going to die. Let's see if Aaron searched that land. Yeah, he's doing it now. He's still shuffling his deck. They're going to find some dice. Liliana's going to go up. Gets the mountain. All his colours are online now.
And that Liliana is heading dangerously close to her ultimate.
Up to 7 loyalty now.
So he tacks in with that Sidisi and get himself a little bit of life. Interesting choice to attack rather than just use the tree next turn.
Yeah, Ryan also played a Strider Harness for turn. That's a card that I definitely have to look up. But it's a quick 3 mana, a quick creature gets +1/+1 and has haste. Equips for 1 mana.
Also a way for him to get that combo off the turn he plays it.
Yeah, just a way to get his trees going a bit quicker.
Very interesting. So Aaron will untap, draw for the turn. play out a forest for turn.
Yep, that takes him up to 7 lands now, so his Shrine's now tapped for 2 mana. So he has 9 mana total to work with. Not sure of every card in his graveyard, but an Emrakul could be coming. Goes with Kozilek's Return. Taps us 3 mana. That's 2 damage to every. No. Yeah, 2 damage to everything. Or all creatures, sorry. So he's got 6 mana left to work with. Yeah, tap out, tap all 6. And play an Ishkana. He's definitely got Delirium.
So that trigger will put some spiders onto the board.
So he's just got the 1 token, so we'll have a few more tokens. Might not be all spiders. There we go. Put some dice. 3 tokens in play, and an Ishkana.
So Rhyan untaps, plays out his dual land there for turn.
Hissing Quagmire.
And he needs to find a way to get his Triskadekaphobia in order to get that win at the next upkeep. So he goes with a murder on the spider there.
He also has the option to ultimate his Liliana. Let's see if he chooses to do that. Also going to play Collective Brutality to give one of the tokens -2/-2. Just trying to clear the board as much as possible, it seems.
Another tree over in the graveyard there, and he ultimates the Liliana, repairs himself for the zombie attack.
Yeah, quick look at Aaron's hand there. So from Grapple with the Pass, a Wretched Grip, a Pilgrim's Eye, he takes Thrall from Sidisi. Card that doesn't see as much play as it used to. Fell out of favour. End step, remembers his trigger. Going to get some nice foil zombie tokens. That makes up for the mismatched lands.
So you have a couple of zombie tokens hit the battlefield. We go back over to Aaron, who'll draw for the turn.
Yeah, it's 9 mana available. Has a Kozilek's Return in his bin, so he's up to 10 mana now, so he can cast that Wretched Grift that's in his hand. He can also Grapple with the Past to return that Emrakul. Probably cast that as well. Sure.
So 2 mana tapped there.
There's the Grapple with the Past. So he's going to mill his top 3 cards. Island, Primal Druid, and a Fall of the Titans. They go into the bin. And he's going to look through his graveyard for a creature.
Pull that big Eldrazi out.
He's looking at the Emrakul. Does he wanna? Yeah. Emrakul's going into his hand.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana available. No, 8 mana available.
8 mana available, so Shrine's tapped for 2.
I missed that second forest there.
Yeah. It looks like he does have 5 types in his graveyard, so Emrakul should be coming down now. Or he's just going to set up by playing a Pilgrim's Eye.
Yep, so Pilgrim's Eye hits the table.
That's got a trigger. I'm not sure he's going to go get a land though. No, he's just going to pass the turn. Oh, now he remembers. Sure. His opponent lets him go get his land. Right, untaps, plays that swamp. It's going to equip Strider Harness to Sidisi. So she's now 5/7 with haste.
And she'll get ready to attack in there. And Aaron doesn't have much of a board to stop there. I'll activate the Hissing Quagmire as well.
Swing with everyone.
So that's, we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's 11 all up?
11 damage total. Aaron's got 3 blockers, he's got 2 spiders in the Pilgrim's Eye. Looks like he's just going to do some chopping here. But it does not look good for Aaron.
Yeah. So 1 on the Sidisi, 1 on the Hissing Quagmire, and the Pilgrim's Eye on the zombie.
Yeah. Aaron's going to take 2 damage, go down to 10.
And that'll wipe his board.
Yep, and then at the end of the turn,
More zombies.
Ryan's going to get 4 more zombies.
They enter taps, yes?
No, they do not.
They don't.
They come into play untapped. Liliana needed them very quickly. So, flavor-wise, they came running in. Another land, Baron. So he's got plenty of mana. He can cast his Emrakul, which he can use to trigger the Kozilek's return in his graveyard to clean up the board a bit.
He's just flicking through his graveyard there. Make sure he has the ability to cast that Emrakul.
He should be up to 6 card types in the graveyard now at least. So Emrakul's going to cost 7 mana. There he goes, tap 7. Yep, and there she is, big bad Emrakul. Now he's obviously got that Kozilek's return in the graveyard from before.
Whether or not he remembers that trigger is another matter. Oh, they're just going to pass over.
Yep, so he didn't remember the trigger. Not a lot of good options here. Ryan's got the Hissing Quagmire in his hand at the moment. Aaron's deciding whether he wants to play. I recommend not playing it. Yeah, without wiping the board, there's not many options left. He's going to tap the tree so he can gain 3 life, go back up to 13.
Dangerous prospect. Doing a little bit of math there. Just trying to work out how best to play out this turn. He can't exactly have them attack him because there's just too many there and they will kill him. He doesn't play that. Oh wait, he does?
Yeah, plays a land for him. That's nice.
No, it's his turn now.
No, end step. He's going to get that zombies.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's extremely dead on board unless he has a Kozilek's Return in hand to clean up all those zombies. Ryan's going to untap, sorry. Take his second turn. This time he gets to control himself. Sure. So he's just going to tap all his guys, see what happens. Aaron's going to be a bro, help his friend out, tap those tokens. Definitely a lot more than lethal.
And we should see a handshake.
Yeah, unless Aaron has his Kozilek's Return. No, he does not. So Ryan takes the game in a quick 2-0. Let's mark that one up for Triskadekaphobia. Tree of Perdition. What a combo.
It was an interesting game.
That was definitely interesting. Both players are a bit new. This is their first popular event. We wanted to encourage them to keep playing. So give them a bit of a spotlight. And hopefully they can take this confidence and continue playing a lot of Magic.
Yeah, it's always good to see new players get into the competitive scene.
Yeah. And that's all we have for this round. No feature matches lined up. So we might go grab some much needed lunch and leave you with a replay of the last round. Maybe that Reflector Mage plus something else.